They showed an image with cats here. This is obviously, that's the all-seeing eye right here. I don't know what these symbols are, but those are definitely cats. And cats were called Felis. Felis. That's what you call a cat, is Felis. They've been using this 306 code a lot. Felis is 306.
If he's available. There he is, with his hat, Cuomo Prime Time. Say hello to Kiet there.
Kiet. It's their little nickname for their image. Kiet 306. Nasha Deceive 306. It says 351, but here it's in the 306. You can see that right here. Mara Appearance 306. It says 246, but it's also 306. Deceiving Vision. Nasha Deceive. Mara Appearance Vision. Deceiving Vision. Pay attention to her chin, because remember, when they pull back is when they can see it. Do you remember Donald Trump when they said pull back and his face was pulling back against the column?
Is that as you then pull back, you have to have the capability that as you then pull back, you have to have the capability of, in a very pristine, you have to have the capability of you have to have the capability of, in a very pristine.
Look right there. Look at the pillar bending around his face. Image of the beast, folks. Now look at the light around her chin and her neck when she's pulling back. I'm just going back and forth with my cursor, but you see it when she's pulling back. See the entire halo with this filter. You see it in red. The light on her is causing the picture to become darker and lighter.
Raji P. Henson, thank you so much for joining us tonight on Tonight Show at Home Edition. You know I love you. You look fantastic.
Thanks, Jimmy. So do you. Red looks good on you.
Yeah. We're both wearing red. We're both wearing red. We're both wearing red. We're talking about mirrors.
I can see you, but can you see me?
Can you do that? Can you do penis? Sure. I saw you.
Interesting code there, Jimmy. Pee Wee Herman imitation is elect are not deceived, because it says At that time, if anyone says to you, look, here is the Christ, or there he is, do not believe it, for false Christs and false prophets will appear and perform great signs and wonders that would deceive even the elect, if that were possible. It's not possible.
Wow, look at you. Can I just look at you? Can I just look at you? Can I just look at you?
Okay, so stern liar, satanic liar says, can I just look at you for a second, Tom? Obviously, you're going to look at him. He's on your show, silly. We know that you're trolling, and we know that you're saying that the image is being used.
Can I just look at you for a second, Tom?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. More important.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. More important.
She gave a mouth signal so they would know that this is an image being used. It's not Tom, because they're really hard to tell apart. They're taking it on a trial run right now, and they're letting each other know when they're using it. I also feel like it's conditioning for our brains so that when the time comes and the miracles are done, that people's brains will be conditioned to see a little bit of the weirdness already. Nobody's paying attention. I'm not faulting them for not paying attention. It's so awful that anyone would even do this. This is disgusting. It's right there. It's wiggling. They did that on purpose because they're showing each other that it's in use at the moment. Hey Tom, I just want to let you know you are going to need to see a dentist and an exorcist. You have a piece of black floss stuck and wiggling in your tooth, and it needs an exorcism. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, you can't tell me you can't see that. A wiggling line doesn't appear on your gums just out of nowhere, okay? I'm sorry, it doesn't happen. I would just want to apologize to people who actually do wear glasses and this is difficult to see. I understand, but this is how subtle they are. They're purposely being subtle so nobody will notice right now because they're showing each other it. When it comes to use it in real time, at the time they have chosen, just wait and see what it can do.
Importantly, how are you doing during this whole crisis?
Notice how they're always signaling to show each other the anomalies. Look at how he looks in the corner.
I'm doing pretty good.
Whole crisis.
I'm doing pretty good.
This area here and up here.
Whole crisis. Whole crisis.
They're sick.
Whole crisis.
They're so sick in the head. Look how it bends right here and right up here. The light, see the halo around him? It disperses the light. See that? They haven't perfected certain motion as far as the light halo messing with the surrounding light. Look at his hairline bending too. Do you see that?
There are driving you up a wall. I mean, you know, literally. So Jeter has super high walls and no one can see you, right? It's almost like Osama bin Laden's compound.
Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite.
This is a Hebrew word for I, capital I. Looks like this.
It's compound.
Not quite. Hey, not quite.
Anakwai. Anohi, actually. But they know what he's talking about. It means I. He just showed an eye, 2 eyes actually. Look, right there. Okay. Okay. And he looked up there in the corner. This means eye. Eye. That's what we just saw up there. They're already trying to deceive everyone. Then they sent people on my channel saying, oh, I don't see anything. You're crazy. All you need is eyes. Do you have eyes? Okay. See this right here? Pay attention to around his face. The light gets there before he does. You can see that right there. The halo, it's just like Trump. I showed you the thing with Trump. Look at the wave up top right here. It goes boing boing. Ripple effect. Here, Charles, I'll help you. There used to be an 11, and now there's not. It's really simple. And he even is looking in that direction. It's magic. The 11 completely disappears. You can see it around him. See how it gets there before he does? Okay, that's enough of that. Look at this artifact. Digital, it's digital. Okay, trolls, this was live at the White House. This was just copied directly from Washington Post. He's motioning for them to pay attention. The guy with the bald head pops out, shows his one ear, shows that ear, and then here it's gonna change. Okay, let's see it now. If you still continue to say you see nothing, I will delete your comment because I'm gonna show you this so clearly, it's impossible not to see. That way I'll know you're truly a troll. All right, he pops out in front of the camera. There's his ear, it's normal. See? There's no triangle shape. Right there, it becomes a triangle. Showed up on his ear, imagine that. Oh, I can't see it. Well, here it is. Now you can't say you can't see it. You're normal. You're not normal. You're normal. You're not normal. Here, let's get closer. Some of you have vision problems. Not my subscribers who are real people. You're normal. You're not normal. You're normal. Well, ear's kind of morphing right there. You're normal. You're not normal. Triangle shape with the dot in it.
Bit of an architectural freak. You love to design your own home, and you look at architectural freak. You love to design your own home, and you look at.
He motioned over there because they love showing off, because they know so many millions of people are never going to know that they're doing this. They're sick in the head. Okay, the shadow or the light halo around his hoodie covers up this before he gets there. And almost every single, I've shown you the light halo. So it happens every single time. Obviously, it's a feature of this thing. Okay, you can see it, the light halo, right here. There. Right there.
No, no. No.
Russell Wilson, Ciara, I'm so psyched to have you both on the show. Thank you so much. You look good. Where Lily, Lily, Lily,
Yeah!
You did what?
She lost her tooth!
Oh wow!
Woo!
Just now it just happened?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see it. Oh my gosh, Winnie, I'm so happy.
That's so
happy.
I'm gonna wave. See that? Her whole mouth like morphs and waves. Right there. Look at here, look at here, look at here, and look at here. Now see if you can see it.
Winnie, I'm so
See? It was right there.
Winnie, I'm so Winnie, I'm so Winnie, I'm so happy. 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 Winnie, I'm so happy.
That's so
Happy.
The whole family. The whole family.
The whole family is a beast image.
Ryland's outside.
Does that look real to you? And how convenient they have him doing their weird talking.
Outside playing already, but the boys wanted to say hi. All right. Okay, you can run outside. Okay, should throw by you.
Bye, images.
Basketball.
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 Basketball. Basketball. Oh, look at that sweet little image. Oh, isn't he cute, that little image?
Basketball.
Let's keep going.
Basketball now.
School's out. School's out. Homeschool's over.
Did you see the extra movements with his mouth?
Homeschool's over.
He's talking. He just mouthed a word right there.
Homeschool's over. Homeschool's over.
Over is equal to robots in disguise, but robots is not only what you think it is. It could also mean a golem or a machine representing a human being. A golem was one of the definitions of a robot, and a golem is a figure brought to life by magic, which is exactly what we're seeing. It's not real life, obviously.
It's crazy time.
So who is?
It's crazy time. It's crazy. Command fire from heaven. They like to code passages from scripture according to what's happening spiritually, so that's why you see this strange code, because this actually belongs to a scripture passage of what the image of the beast will do. It's all coming true, folks. It's going to happen. And the second beast performed great signs to cause even fire from heaven to come down to earth in the presence of people. Because of the signs it was given to perform on behalf of the first beast, it deceived those who dwell on the earth, telling them to make an image to the beast that had been wounded by the sword and yet had lived. The second beast was permitted to give breath to the image of the first beast, so that the image could speak and cause all who refused to worship it to be killed. And the second beast required all people, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or their forehead, so that no one could buy or sell unless he had the mark, the name of the beast, or the number of its name. Here is a call for wisdom. Let the one who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and that number is 666. This is what is getting ready to happen, people. Please get ready.
And
Well,
Mrs. Breeze, bring her shiny red apples. And
Wuh, O-U is the sound wuh to O-U together, equals 250, and beast image equals 250. They use a lot of different gematria numbers so that they can create a map to exactly what they're talking about. So if they throw out the image of the beast gematria, which is 136, simple gematria, and then if they throw out 250, which is beast image, then they gather a conclusion of what they're talking about. That's how their gematria works. Yeah, it's complicated, but it's complicated to try and deceive the whole world as well, isn't it? The reason why he said "wuh," and because there's a lot of numbers that you can put together that will equal, or letters, but they wanted to link it to 216 because 216 represents Obama, because he was born on the 216th day of the year, which equals 6. 216 is 6 times 6 times 6.
Video, if he's available.
The deceivers even inlaid a sound into the recording of when look at his eyes when it happens.
With his hat, Cuomo prime time. Say hello to Kid there. I saw it. It's hard to miss. You're looking.
The backwards hat was a signal that Obama made in 2017.
let's get after it.
This is only one of the million, bazillion, gazillion ways that you can calculate his number to be 666. I will link some information below. In the description. It's none of their stuff that they do. Okay, so this was plastered everywhere. Twitter is losing it over his backwards hat. He's wearing, what's the big deal about wearing a backwards hat? People wear backwards hats all the time. Come on. So that was February 1st, 2017. I remember this day too, because I was like, there's something more to this. Right? So the first day of Passover is yesterday. So from the date of that backwards hat fiasco, 2/1/2017. Here, look. 2/1/2017. They always mark things out. 2/166. I'm sorry. 2/48 is 166. Remember, Trump kept saying Easter, and then kept using the 408 code all the time. So that's why I showed you before. They were using in the other video. They were using 408 code. And so the reason why is because 166 is Selam image. Okay, and then look at what Cuomo does here. So on the front of the hat is...
I saw it. It's hard to miss. Say hello to Kid there. I saw it. It's hard to miss.
Where is it?
Cuomo prime time. Say hello to Kia there.
Okay, Cuomo prime time. This is not a joke. None of this is a joke. They actually have spoken and do codes in Gematria. So the Cuomo primetime code was 661, and it happens to be that the backwards hat from 2-1 is 166 weeks to 4-8. Cuomo prime time. They do numbers backwards and forwards. Okay, so 166, 166. Hebrew is read this way. English is read this way. That's why they use numbers back and forth, because they use all different languages to hide things. What's the big deal about the backwards hat is 666. I'm not going to spend too much time on this just because I have so much material of these fakers. But I just want to show you. Do they look real to you? Really? Do they look real? Their skin's a little too perfect. Okay.
Go up in New Orleans, whereas otherwise you're talking about a city of 300,000.
I didn't know eyelids were see-through.
All those people.
Look at our eyes. I actually think that they're, the reason why they're doing this is because this is what it says. Okay, so this is talking about the rapture. Hold on. Being gathered together to him, which is the harpazo. Scripture says that there's going to be an escape. So we ask you not to be easily disconcerted or alarmed by any spirit or message that the day of the Lord has already come. Because what are we going to see first? Let no one deceive you in any way, for it will not come until the rebellion occurs and the man of lawlessness, the son of destruction, is revealed. He has to be revealed first, and then it will come.
But somehow the coronavirus stayed, and it became a big problem. So I think
Deceivers. That looks kind of fake too. I bet you that's fake. Okay, guys. My spirit was still bothered, and it told me to go look for a third time at the White House unveiling of the image of the beast maker on 4/4, and there is a lot more. Okay, they really did unveil this to each other on that day. A lot of you are asking me a lot of questions. If you haven't seen my first two videos, please watch them. You'll need to see those before you watch this one. Okay, I will link it in the description box. They have the image of the beast image maker. It projects images in real time. They can make it do anything that they want. Okay, this is a projection. I don't know exactly how it's done. I'll show you that when I found it, they were discussing that it was found exposed, and I saw that it was called a digital light selim. For those of you who are new to my channel, the elites speak in Gematria codes to send messages to each other. so that they can do it out in the open, because there are very many of them, and the better information or the speedier information streams that you have, the more effective an organization can be, because everyone's on the page at the same time. If you send messages through the media, so that this is what they do. No one would ever assume that they're using Hebrew and Gematria in codes. Aliester Crowley was a forerunner for a lot of these satanic groups. But here's an example, the hermeneutics of Aliester Crowley. More than 20 examples of biblical Gematria and Liber al Vel Legis are presented. This is Aliester Crowley's work. Going down here. I mean, this is all Gematria. Okay, I'll link this. You can see that it was used. He passed this information to them. I'm sure that it was actually used the whole time. I've seen pages of notes of Gematria that he had written. There's pages and pages of Greek and Hebrew. Okay? I'm just laying the groundwork to prove to you that this is how they send messages to each other. Their language is highly symbolic. So the look on her face, they're warning each other. Going down. Look at this look on his face. There's probably a lot in here. I just want to focus on this one thing. So she's pointing to her black shorts. Okay. James Franco. If you look into his life, you could tell he's very heavily involved in the occult, but he's holding down these things to his black shorts, and then there's Saw. Okay, but anyway, let's just focus on this one. So she's pointing to her black shorts. And it's just numbers and substitution, that's why they do this ridiculousness. Okay, so going down here, I saw this digital dream door, and from what I saw with my eyes, I was suspecting that it was digital, and then I knew it was light because I saw the light bleeding, and then this code is just a code within a code, because this is the Gematria for Selim, which is image, so digital light image. Cell is the same as Selim, image and shadow. Okay. We just saw the code for the 166, which is Selim. Same word, almost. Okay, image, idol, 160. Okay, digital light, Selim. They mouth words for the cameras because they're all skilled lip readers. I guess it's part of their Satanism. This is how immature these Satanists are. Do you see that thing with the claws jumping out? This is the White House? You Satanists are so immature. Grow up. Weird claw thingy, blue hand, like all the way up here. Okay. And some weird wing thing sticking up there. Grow up. This is your White House, folks. Your President Trump's White House. Don't forget, he's the one who gets up here on stage later. So he approved of this monkey business. Give me a break. Okay, I'm just going to show the door thing again. He motions to the door and he makes waves in front of his face because he's showing that he's using the image right now. This is not the real person. I chose a filter, so there is a filter on this, but it allows what's really going on here to pop out. So the smudges were put there on purpose so that they could show off that this is the image. Look at the bouncing. Look behind his head and his back. You can clearly see the halo that I've been pointing out everywhere. See that? It's very clear. Do you see the halo around him? This is not a real person. Bounce. 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 They're like kindergartners. I guess Satan makes people really immature. And now that I know what it is, Fauci points down. What's going on here? Sliding without walking. I didn't know there was a skateboard at the White House. That's why he pointed down. Okay, let's zoom in and reverse it. Evil is so immature. They're acting like little evil kindergartners with a deceiving toy that they're super excited about. They're so immature. Grow up. Okay, there. It's right there. Okay, I'm going to let you see his whole body. And I'm going to play it super slow. Okay, so that's all of his feet right there. They're so immature. Grow up. It's very subtle, but anyone want to tell me how he did that? That's why he pointed down. They're being subtle now. Wait until you see it in full when they use it for real. He's sliding. I didn't know he was on a skateboard. Did you? Deborah looks down and says wave backwards. Watch her say wave. It's going to be really hard to see. Pay close attention to her shawl. It's jiggling. Do you see that? And do you see her looking down? really look at the motion, okay? The patterns are jiggling, not the whole shawl. And I'm not going to argue, you know, I'm not going to tolerate troll comments that say they can't see anything, because I actually think that it's the elites using bots to control the, to use the power of suggestion to place people's minds into thinking that nothing is happening. They do this all the time, and I'm not going to tolerate it. It's obvious that something's happening.
Busy time, very busy time. And
Busy time for a busy time. Does that even make sense? The number of the beast. It's time for a
busy time, very busy time.
busy time, guys. Word games. For a busy time, 154. 154, I keep seeing this too, because Hammam image. Okay, look what I just saw. Anthony Kiedis' son wears this t-shirt. Mage image. And then there's some letters here. So mage is short for image. Jimmy cares, and he wanted us to know about the magic tricks done backwards by President Mr. Trump and Deborah Bix. Thanks, Jimmy. We know. We saw. Thank you, though. It's a non-English word.
Like Michael Myers from Halloween.
It's not an English word, Jimmy. Equals 247, and so does beast. Therion is 247. So click is also 366 and 61, and I keep seeing that, and I think it's because of the Isha. See this word right here? And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion of the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, over the cattle, over all the earth, every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Part of the meaning of the word used for image is shade or shadow, as a phantom or resemblance. Selim, plural of shade or shadow. An idol image, vain show, used 15 times. Genesis 1:26, first use. So let's go look at that. I cannot find it, but the Isha has something to do with the vain show.
Michael Myers from Halloween. Like the mask. The mask. The mask. The mask.
Like Jamie Lee Curtis from.
Mask.
Like Jamie Lee Curtis from. Jamie Lee Curtis from. Jamie Lee Curtis